As I'm extremely sorry. After COVID, the next big thing that has struck us all is the scarcity of coal. We have never underestimated the power of conservation of our natural resources, and many of us are practicing the rules for conservation, and daily practices are being followed. But now it is no longer a matter of choice; it is a matter of necessity. We can't do without conserving our natural resources anymore. Respected fathers, teachers, students, the guests from Tata Power, a very warm welcome to all of you. It is that time of the year when we merrily step into the festive season, this time a little cautiously. The novel coronavirus spread has not only emotionally and physically torn us apart, it has also made us realize what bad and torturous we have done to our Mother Earth. It's Diwali time, one of the biggest festivals of India, and you will all witness the most lit up night of the year. According to a survey, the electrical energy used on a Diwali night is approximately 25 times more than a normal night. And here comes the catch. Diwali night is also the night of the accidents, especially due to fires and electrical shortcuts. Tata Power Delhi Distribution Limited is here today to guide us as to how we can indulge the festive spirits by keeping the near and dear ones safe, and also how we can go green this Diwali to conserve electricity and natural resources. Tata Power Delhi Distribution Limited is a joint venture of Tata Power and Delhi government. The organization is focused on finding and implementing ways to conserve and effectively use electricity. Dear students, I'm extremely proud to announce that ours is the first school to be a part of their pilot project, wherein the extra electrical energy that is produced in the school's premises is stored in a nearby grid from where it can be transmitted to the nearby areas whenever required. Their efforts have been remarkable in shifting our needs towards the renewable resources like solar panels, such as compared to the non-renewable ones like coal. Another appreciable effort of Tata Power is the training and spreading awareness amongst the future consumers, that is, you, our students. Today's webinar is one such step in drawing your attention towards the urgent need of energy conservation. Our research is Mr. Deepak Kumar. Mr. Kumar is working as an Assistant General Manager with Tata Power, Delhi Distribution Limited. An electrical engineer by profession, he has over 30 years of enriched experience in the areas of strategic planning and consulting, operations and maintenance, project management, business excellence, and vendor management. His he as an he is an achievement oriented professional with excellent people management skills to manage the change with peace. Without taking any more time of yours, now I would like to hand over the session to you, sir. I hope your valuable insights on the topic will enlighten our students and bring about a positive change in our society. Over to you, sir.
Should we start? Should we start?
Okay. Yes, ma'am, please.
Yes, ma'am, please start. Good morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Before starting of this presentation on electrical and behavior safety, I would like to give my regards to the teachers. Okay. uh, to respected teachers who are someone are my elders and some are younger to me, and I would like to give my regards to that. It is my pleasure to give my experience and knowledge in front of these teachers. So before starting safety, I am saying that safety is basically a full-fledged engineering, just like all subjects, chemistry, maths, etc. From starting of morning when we wake up till night we are sleeping, safety is everywhere, whether it is in home, school, playground, or in kitchen, etc. So safety requirement is everywhere. Basically, safety is nothing but a behavior. How you behave. Behavior is two types: safe behavior and unsafe behavior. Lot of examples are there about safe and unsafe behavior, as every individual is involved in such type of safe and unsafe behavior. So basically, we have to develop a safety culture in our day-to-day activity. Just like in the morning, road, school, in school, we are following the lane for going to classroom after assembly, or driving. During driving, we have to follow the lane driving, follow all the rules, regulations. And basically, it's a culture activity. We have to develop culture not only with ourselves but also with our peers, our colleagues, and at last in society and for the betterment of country. So on this behavior, every we have to follow some guidelines, and up to certain limit we can break the rules. I am not favoring for breaking the rules, but I am saying that you have to follow the entire guidelines given by time to time school management, road authority, etc. And we have to follow guidelines. But whenever we not following the some guidelines and break the rules, after some limit, you are easily understand that break even point. Whenever we reach that break even point, definitely an accident will be happen. So we have to maintain self discipline, and we have to take a risk taking capacity. Everyone have a different risk taking capacity. Someone easily drive the vehicle on 80 90 kilometer per hour, and someone are comfortable at 30 and 40 kilometers. So everyone have a different break even limit, and everyone have to follow the guidelines for making safe not only themselves but also surrounding society and country. So we have to sustain the practices also. I am sharing with you some practices in coming slides with you. So we have to follow these guidelines through you. Being students are the brand ambassador and flag bearer for the society and ultimately for the country. So sharing these safety guidelines and requirement and importance of safety is very critical to dissemination of the safety guidelines among society. So I am sharing safety practices with you. Before starting that, why requirement of safety? To live a good life with the individual as well as family, nurture family. Our parents are working safely, driving safely, so that our family will be nurtured, accident and injury free life, so that not even a single injury will be happen, not only to us but also the passerby or our colleagues, peers. For healthy living, once we will be living injury or accident free life, definitely we will living healthy and hazard free life. Every day we have facing lot of hazards in day to day activity, and we have to remove those hazards from our life. So that's why safety is very much important in our life. Guess who is responsible your safety? You can see that man is following the bus because during morning time he is little bit late, and he is not adhering the required guidelines, and he is trying to catch the bus, running bus. So that it is not possible ki he will not got injury, but there may be a chances that he may not catch the bus or slip, or another vehicle passing nearby, he may hit them. So everyone is responsible for himself, for his safety. Nobody is there to save you. You have to save yourself. Next, no matter how good you are, you can always be better. You can see some helper is sitting on the rooftop of the truck, and once cyclist hold the truck for speed. So you can do always better, follow the safety guidelines, follow the road safety guidelines, and you can enjoy the safe driving. So everyone have to follow the required guidelines. Everyone have a capacity to do better. Nowadays you are doing the some activities, and on tomorrow you can check that you will do it better in a good manner. And day to day basis, whenever you sharpen your skills, definitely you will doing better. Any activity you can do better. So you have to follow the road safety guidelines, law of country, and wherever you go, you have to follow the guidance. You can check that in hospitals you are going, some direction marks are there. If you don't follow the guidelines, you may endanger hospitals, airports. It is our responsibility to maintain themselves for that particular activity. Everyone have a unique character, and our perception will be different at different location. Whenever we will going to market, our behavior will be different. Whenever we are going to cinema hall, five-star hotel, our behavior will be different. And whenever we are going to airport or boarding in the plane, we are behaving different way. So individuals behavior will be different at different location. And being a responsible citizen, we have to maintain our behavior always similar at everywhere, whether we are going to airport or we are going to market. We saw that someone spitting from the car, and open the door of car and spitting on the road, and you can say they were over that person spitting at airport in a spitting bins, or in the market they are spitting on the road. So behavior is different, so we have to follow the same behavior at everywhere. Okay. One thing I would like to share with you that there will be a quiz at the last of the presentation. So be attentive everyone for these presentation, and the quiz question will be coming from this presentation only. So causes of injury, basically I have studied that and study that unsafe acts. Injuries are basically due to unsafe act. 96% accidents, incidents are happened due to unsafe acts. And only 4% unsafe conditions are liable for accident. If you recall or review any incident or accident in past, you can easily understand that maximum accidents and incidents are occur due to unsafe act, unsafe behavior. So we have to adhere the guidelines and maintain proper behavior at everywhere, so that we can not be able to participate in that particular injury or incident, not only for us but for another. You can see lot of kids are driving two-wheeler motorcycle on a road in haphazard way, zigzag type of and many times they got injured, and due to this another passerby also got injury. So we have to follow the guidelines, and we have to maintain our acts safely manner, so that we may not be able to participate in injuries. And only 4% causes are unsafe conditions, which are also be maintainable when you are driving in the night, when you are driving on the wet roads or a rainy season. The conditions is unsafe, and your behavior will be, if your behavior will be safe, then definitely you will not be able to indulge with any injury or any incident. If condition is unsafe and act will also be unsafe, then definitely you will be meet with accidents. So it is fully responsible, individual is fully responsible for their act and their behavior. If your act will be safe, then there will be no chances of incident or accident, even the condition will be unsafe. And three essential questions are there about the improvement of safety: that what behavior are being observed, कि how the people's are behavior our surrounding, which may or may not be liable for any incident injury. Why are those behavior present due to their nature, due to conditions, due to any other reasons. And third, now what will be done to correct the system deficiencies? System deficiencies not are in our control, but first and second issues are in our control. If we maintain first and issue 1 and 2, then even if the condition system deficiency is there, then we will not be indulged in any accident, or even not be able to participate and on that incident or injury. So we, if we develop to, our behavior will be changed, and our proper behavior will maintain, then we will definitely be help not only for themselves but also the society. Electricity, now the festive season is already started, and till Diwali or 5th of November, the festive season will be going on. Lot of activities are special. Bazaar markets will be decorated with different electricity lights and other means. So we will definitely going to market with individual, with our parents, whatever. So we have to taken care special safety among ourselves to not participating or not involving in any injury. So some certain guidelines are there on electrical safety and our behavior we will discuss. So if you will follow, and not only you will follow but also share and give awareness to your surrounding, then definitely we will be helpful for reducing the accidents related to electrical safety or any injury. So we have to develop a chain. You are knowing about chain reaction, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and then complete chain will drive the vehicle. So similar, as I earlier said, that students are a flag bearer and brand ambassador. So all the children are required to maintain a chain, and that chain will run the society and the city and ultimately country for a safer society or injury-free society. So in coming days during festive season, you have to follow certain guidelines and create awareness among your peers and surroundings and your neighborhood to avoid such type of incidents related to electrical safety, road accidents. Now you will see that shops or temporary shops will be capture the walking area or walking area on the roads, and driving path will be very less. So there may be a chance that accident or injury or vehicle collision and parked vehicle will be very difficult. So we have to create awareness. You can on school level you can drive the awareness drive, or some social media is there. You can share these guidelines on social media with your friends, etc. So improve the conditions of that. So, first of all, electrical safety: do not touch any pole, transformer, street light, junction boards, etc. in electrical equipment installed on road or public place. At is may cause electrocution. As you are aware that metallic part is a good conductor of electricity. In case of any leakage of electricity, electric current, there may be a chance whenever you touch the that particular equipment or pole, etc. There may be a chance in case of leakage is there, you may be got electric shock, and which will be very dangerous. So avoid to touching the any electrical equipment or any electrical parts on the road or public place, which may be dangerous. And you may also like to give the awareness among your friends, etc., to do not touch the electrical equipment. And in case you are playing, you are what the say, you are checking that lot of electrical equipments are near to playgrounds. Transformers are there, substations are there, and live parts are there. So whenever you are going to play the cricket or any game near park, and your ball or any toy will be going inside the substation, so please do not go inside to retrieve the ball or toys or any other object, because there is a live part and there may be a chances that you may got electrocute or got electric shock, which may be very dangerous. So always contact TPDDL officials for any help to retrieve your toys, etc. So already the directions and instructions are already mentioned on the substations, but even then you may follow these guidelines for not retrieving the your toy or ball from the substation. Nowadays, electrical safety is that air cooler is widely used in every house. So whenever you are filling the water in air cooler, though summer season is already gone, but even then, whenever you fill water in air cooler, uh, please do not fill the water when air cooler is in running condition. Before filling the water, please switch off the supply, remove the plug, and then fill the water. Otherwise, due to any malfunctioning of their pump, water pump, or their fan, and if the body is metallic, there may be a chances of leakage current, and you may got electric currents. So you may always remove the plug before filling the water in that particular air cooler. Electrical safety, do not touch electrical connection. You are also know that whenever you may experience shock sometimes when during raining season, when moisture is there, whenever you switch off or switch on the supply around washroom or a kitchen area where moisture is there, and you not wear the slippers or rubber shoes, etc. Whenever you switch off or switch on the supply, you may experience minor shock. So whenever you always in normal scenario, not only in winter or rainy season, in normal scenario, always operate the switch off or on or with dry hands and use shoes or chappals. Do not put makeshift supply to charge or start the equipment. In second pictures, you are seeing that TV is be about to start with makeshift arrangement. So please do not start the equipment with makeshift arrangement. Otherwise, you may got, and always keep away the electrical equipment or electrical system from the toddlers. There may be a very much chances that they may put their finger in the plug, or they may put a plug top in their mouth, and there may be a chances of electrocution. Being a soft body and wet due to sputum, etc., so there may be a very much chance that they may got a electric shock. So always take care about the toddlers, that they will be keep away from the live part of electrical equipment or plugs, etc. You can see that lot of peoples are drying their clothes on the electrical wires. Though for a public safety, we are arranging the insulated wires for a distribution of supply in areas, but people are misusing that part of the network, and they are drying clothes on the electrical cables. So please avoid such type of acts. It is a highly unsafe act, and you may definitely got the electric shock experience shock, though severity will be low, but you may got the electric shock. So avoid drying clothes uh, on the network. It is a very dangerous. And now uh, fire is very much critical nowadays, and Diwali is on the corner, and there may be a chance that you may face or may uh, check that there may be a fire incident, and you will be able to stop the fire and even support to someone who are facing the such type of difficulties or difficult time. So you may get the information from this presentation and definitely be helpful, not only for yourself but also surrounding. So please be take care that you will not be able to the part for fire incidents. Basically, fire is a chain reaction. You are knowing that three mandatory requirements will be there for any fire incident. One is fuel, number two is oxygen, and number three is heat. Whenever these three things are available and there may be a chain reaction, there may be a fire. You can say that oxygen is in the system, fuel is also wood, paper, etc. is also in the system everywhere in our surrounding, and heat is also there, temperature is around 42, 40, 30, 39 is there, then why not fire existing? So there may be a certain heat requirement for fire. Ignition temperature, whenever the temperature is reaching at ignition, every material has a different ignition temperature. Oil, gasoline, hard substance, paper, wood, cloth, etc. are a different ignition temperature. If you recall your memories in past, most of the fire incidents occurred in summer because the temperature is too high, about 45, 46 is there, surrounding is there, because dry surrounding is there, no moisture is there, oxygen is also heated, and in surrounding heat is there, fuel is already existing, and whenever there may be a ignition due to overheating of electrical equipment or your gas, etc., there may be a very much chances that fire incident will be happen. And in summer it is a very common activity. Most of the activity and most of the fire incidents are knowingly or unknowingly due to electricity. So please avoid the overheating of electrical equipment or air conditioned, your any electrical gadgets, air cooler, etc. Avoid and give some frequent breaks to while operating. Some half an hour or 1 hour break will be sufficient to overcome their heating temperature. So always give a break about half an hour or 1 hour after every 3 4 hours, so that electrical heating may not convert it into fire. Otherwise there may be a fire incident in your wiring, home firing, your equipment will be got burned, etc. So whenever these three conditions will be fulfilled, oxygen is already there, heat will be reached at ignition temperature, and fuel is already there, then there may be a chances of fire. Not on definitely there may be, but there may be a chances. And all these happen due to chain reaction. All these things are due to chain reaction. As earlier I told that due to chain, every activity is be in continuous process. And whenever any of the one of the material has been removed, the chain reaction will be break and fire will be extinguished. You can recall your memories and you can see that whenever the fire personnel came, either they gave either they reduce the temperature by putting water or fire extinguishing material. There may be a no chance to remove the oxygen because oxygen is everywhere in the atmosphere, so not possible to remove the oxygen. Either they remove the heat by putting water on that to reduce the temperature, or removing the fuel from the fire site. And accordingly, once heat can be reduced or a fuel shall be removed from the site, chain reaction will be broke and fire will be extinguished. So this is the phenomena of the fire and fire extinguishing. Similarly, whenever you may or may not be involved in any fire incident, if you will be able to reduce the heat or reduce the temperature of that fire, or remove the fuel or any material which got fire, you can easily easily be able to extinguish the fire. Hmm. There are classification of fire. There are five types of classification of fire: Class A, Class B, Class C, Class D, and Class D. Fire is basically classified based on the fuels. In next slide, you can check that Class A fire, it is commonly known as general fire, which consists of wood, paper, cloth, trash, or any plastic material, or any other solid combustible material that are not metals. Basically, non-metals, any non-metals shall be covered in the Class A fire, which is also known as common fire. Most of the fires are occurred due to involvement of wood, paper, cloth, and plastic, trash, etc. Class B fire is a flammable liquid, that is gasoline, oil, grease, etc. It is also any non-metallic in liquid state or fire, or it is also a non-metallic type of fire. And Class C fire is involving flammable gases, propane, butane, acetylene, and any other gas which can fire. because every particles have a different ignition temperature, so that their firing temperature is also different. And next is class E, which is electrical energized electrical equipment. As all the electrical fire is covered under the electrical class E. Please be minded, till the electricity is energized in that particular equipment or house or that in a network, it is the class E type of fire. Once the supply is switched off, that then this fire is converted into class A general fire. So it is the class E is a combination of class E and class A fire. That is, till the supply is on, then it is a class E electrical fire. Once the supply is switched off, then it is converted into class A common fire. And class D is a metallic fire, in which potassium, sodium, aluminum, magnesium caught fire. Basically, this fire is occurred mostly in industries. So these are the five types of fire based on the material involved in that fire. And now question is that how to extinguish the fire. You are seeing the fire extinguisher at different locations, market area, shops, houses, even cars, nowadays metro stations, airports, etc. And how to operate these fire extinguisher, and what type of fire extinguishers to be used for which type of fire. uh, Fire extinguishers are used according to type of fire, which I've already discussed in class A, B, C, and D type. And basically, most of the locations, two types of fire extinguishers are there. One is carbon dioxide type fire extinguisher, which is basically used for electrical fire only. You can easily identify it whenever the installed. There may be a type of horn is there on the one side of the nozzle, and horn is there on tube. And there will be no gauge to check the pressure on that, and mentioned on that it is a CO2 type fire. Basically, it is a gas based fire extinguisher. Once you start operating to use this gas converted into hard gas, and very huge sound will be occurred whenever you operate this work. And at the end of the is the horn, a broader size of the horn is there to cover the broader area to extinguish the fire. Basically, it is a gas based system. So once the fire extinguished, and gas will be removed from that particular surface of that material, and there will be no damage due to this fire extinguisher medium on that particular equipment. Whenever there may be a fire on computer, AC, or any other electrical equipment, and when we extinguish the fire through CO2 medium, then after some time gas will be evaporated, and damage of that particular electrical equipment will be less as compared to other type of fire extinguisher. So always use CO2 type fire extinguisher on electrical fire. And next is dry chemical powder. It is also called a ABC type fire extinguisher. Its name is ABC because it is commonly used for A, B, and C type of fire extinguisher. It is a smaller in size, around 4.5 kg in a weight, and mostly more than 90% locations these type of fire extinguishers will be available. And marketplaces, hotels, airports, even in cars, etc. These type of fire extinguishers are available. So this is also a very easy to use. There is a gauge on the extinguisher. There is a three indicators on the gauge, two on the red and one is the green. Always check that there may be a needle on the green portion, otherwise it will not be able to use. Basically, it is a pressurized fire extinguisher, and there is a pressure and white powder inside that. Whenever you use it, and due to pressure, the powder came out of the extinguisher with pressure and cover the fire area and able to stop the fire, extinguish the fire. Basically, fire extinguishers are able to break the chain of the fire, which was earlier discussed. They reduce the temperature, or this ABC type fire extinguisher able to close the oxygen supply because they produce a sort of curtain with that dust, or that particular oxygen supply will be cut and the fire will be extinguished accordingly. And now, how to use a fire extinguisher? It is a $1 million question. Fire extinguisher is available everywhere, and you can easily check that more than 99.99% persons are not able to use the fire extinguisher, and only few persons are there, and 10 persons are there who are able to use the fire extinguisher. So don't try to that fire extinguisher, use the fire extinguisher in case of extreme emergency. Being a kid, you use the fire extinguisher under the guidelines of some trained persons. To use the fire extinguisher, oh, a simple formula is there: pass, PASS. P means pull, A means aim, S means squeeze, and another S means sweep. Whenever you use the ABC type of fire extinguisher, simple formula is there: pass. How to use? Pass means pull the pin. Indicators are there in left side of the boxes. Pull the pin. There is a pin on the knob of that handle, knob or knob come handle of the fire extinguisher, just above the gauge. You have to pull the pin. The pin is just a, there is a stopper of some seal. You can break the seal and pull the pin. Aim the base of the fire. You can hold the fire extinguisher in one hand and knob nozzle on the another hand. Aim the base of the fire, because whenever you aim the base, the source of fire, to you have to attack the base of the fire. So that's why you have aimed the base of the fire. You can pressurize the powder on the base of the fire. Otherwise, on top, if you powder, if you fill the powder on that top, you will not able to stop the fire. So always aim the base of the fire, source of the fire, then squeeze the top handle or lever. Then on another hand, where you can squeeze the handle or lever, and then sweep from side to side, and on the base from left to right and right to left, do a sweep. And there only 30 to 40 seconds. Fire extinguisher will be used only 30 to 40 seconds. So please try that whenever you use fire extinguisher, base may be targeted as only 10 25 to 30 or 40 seconds. As soon as powder will be discharged from the fire extinguisher, the pressure may be reduced, and you may got not efficiency till end. So only 10 to 15 seconds will be crucial of starting. 10 to 15 seconds or 20 seconds will be crucial. If you use properly fire extinguisher, the fire will be extinguished smoothly. Otherwise, you will not be able to extinguish the fire, and fire brigade will be called for extinguish the fire. But even normal scenario also, please be informed of fire extinguishers, fire brigade, for any in case of fire before it may be converted into serious type of fire. And then these are the some another supporting fire supporting reasons, means fire hose reel. It is connected with the water tank, which will be used for extinguish the fire of large scale on multi-story building. And there is a fire hydrant is there, which will also be helpful for providing the water to the fire extinguishing. Now Diwali is round the corner. You have to follow special guidelines. Whenever, please avoid the using of crackers, because it may impact the environment. And as well as you are also witnessed from last few years that air quality index of Delhi is severe condition, and some old peoples and some sick persons get acute respiratory problems due to this. So please avoid to breaking avoid crackers, using of crackers during Diwali. And if you are involving, but even then whenever you start using crackers, please always use always wear cotton clothes and tight clothes. Otherwise your cloth may be got fired and you will be in a difficulty. Always burst crackers in supervisions. And in kitchen you are also follow the guidelines. In kitchen nowadays there is a smaller kitchens, so there may be a chances when our mother or our elders using kitchen, there may be a chances due to smaller space their cloth may caught fire. So please adhere the guidelines while working in a kitchen. And in during night always close the knob of the cylinder. Otherwise there may be a chance due to rodents they can cut the pipelines of the gas, and gas may be leaked, and which may converted into any fire incidents, etc. So you are always use the guidelines in not only home but also outside. Fire safety, already we have discussed. Every festival has its own significance and meaning to its celebration, and we are waiting Diwali for entire years. And light significance, the end of darkness. This is a our mythological festival, and everyone has to follow the procession and individual house, etc. So please be responsible towards the safety of ourselves and surroundings. uh, Diwali, though we are celebrating Diwali in a grand scale, but do not forget our responsibility. Otherwise, in coming years, we will not be able to save our planet or our surroundings. So be prepared for that. So fire, as you are aware, that firecrackers contains toxic chemicals and very harmful effect on environment. And please, TPDDL is strongly promoted for celebrating Green Diwali, not using crackers and ensuring with minimum consequences to environment. Being a liable person, our Tata Power DDL has signed many TT for ensuring that promotion of Green Diwali and saving of environment in our offices, our employees. A lot of initiatives are being taken care by our every individual, every employee. Not only employee, even our business partners are also using the environment friendly activities, etc., by using CNG cars, using less consuming electricity equipments, etc., and promoting for our public also, our consumers also. Time to time you got messages from our company and our brand ambassadors and a lot of social medias that we are promoting the green environment. So please be a part of our green initiatives and enjoy the green Diwali by not using firecrackers and ensuring minimum consequences too. Even then, fire safety for children during Diwali process in your surrounding. I am very much confident you will be part of the green Diwali, but there may be a chances that there your surrounding people may or may not be able to celebrate green Diwali, and you have to follow the few guidelines for fire safety and for kids who are enjoying Diwali your surrounding. Make sure that responsible adult whom the children listen to is present when they are busting crackers, as earlier told that busting of firecrackers to be done always in the effective supervision. Do not permit children against lighting crackers while holding them in their hands. Avoid that kids are not busting crackers in their hand, otherwise it may damage their hand, and due to harmful effect there may be different chances are also there. Some do's and don'ts are there for fire safety in Diwali. Make sure that I am quickly read that. Make sure you buy firecracker from licensed shop only. Please avoid. It is my humble request on the behalf of my company. Please avoid enjoying firecrackers. But even then, you are buying, then it always buy from the licensed shop. Store crackers away from source of fire, otherwise it may got ignite and fire incident may be occurred. Light crackers in the open space, and while lighting the crackers, please maintain the one arm length from the crackers to avoid any fire burning, etc. Keep bucket of water and blanket ready in case of fire breakout. In case of fire, then there may be a chance, and if bucket is available and blanket is there, then you can reduce the severity of that fire. Discard used fire in a bucket of water. If the diffuse, if the firecracker diffuse, then it may be put in the water to avoid reuse. If your clothes catch the fire, do not panic. Drop down on the ground and roll. It will definitely help to extinguish the fire. Keep a wet towel ready to cover your exposed parts in case of major or minor fire incident. Keep fire if possible, then keep fire extinguisher, small handy fire extinguisher at the place of where you are burning the crackers. Do not burn and don'ts do not burn crackers in the crowded congested place or narrow lanes. Otherwise it may able to damage the surroundings. Don't examine unburst crackers, leave it. Don't light crackers on your hand. Already told the guidelines for safety of that. Avoid long loose clothes, already discussed with you that they may get caught up in fireworks. In the event of someone is burned, don't remove burnt clothing unless it comes off easily. Otherwise their upper skin may be damaged. Ensure that earthen lamps, candle, etc. are not kept near flammable material. It is a huge source of fire because earthen lamps or candles are kept around the material, flammable material, and basically these are unattended and may caught fire due to through curtains or any other surrounding material. Usually decorative lights and electrical lights should never be tied to any metal poles. Already shared that there may be a chances of, in case of any leakage, current leakage, so there may be a chances that electrical pole or material part, metallic part will be charged and you may got electric shock. And next, we are geared up a very critical incident to be happen, or we can start that it is already started. Air quality index of Delhi. It is on a dangerous stage, and around Diwali, it will be reached on the severe stage. So it is our prime responsibility that we are helped to control the conditions so that the air quality index will not reach on the severe conditions. And last year also during Diwali period, the condition was very poor. Air quality index was very poor, and a lot of problems, breathing problems, lungs problems, and allied problems were faced by even healthy persons. So please celebrate Green Diwali, and during smog period, avoid stepping out or indulging in outdoor activities, playing, etc. Because air pollution or smog is very high. It may difficult for us breathing problems. Using alternative mode of transport, carpooling or metro, etc., to help for reducing the pollution. Avoid strenuous activity that due to inhalation of greater volumes of minute pollutants. Avoid burning garbage and prevent other in the neighborhood from doing the same. As we are watching that most of the peoples are burning dry leaves, etc., in the grounds, parks, etc. Use air purifying plants at homes and offices such as tulsi, money plant, etc. These are very helpful for cleaning the purifying the air in our surroundings. So it is our responsibility that we are helping the environment for making them more user friendly. And next is follow instructions wherever you go. Always follow instructions. Stay at safer place and adhere any instruction that are given whenever you are going to somewhere where the some dangerous or some other requirements are there. So adhere the guidelines of the local leaders and always adhere them to make them themselves and yourself safe. And please no teasing to your controllers. There is very, we can see a lot of people are there not adhering the guidelines and not following the the conditions given them and teasing the controllers also. So please avoid teasing the controllers because they are here to save our lives. Number one, safety device your brain, use it properly. Technological intervention is there. Nowadays, we are bound to technologies, and we are also get discussion, and a lot of inductions have been done due technology. But we have to follow the rules and regulations. Otherwise, technology will not be helpful to us for, and it will be very harmful for our healthy life. So, number one, safety device your brain, use it properly, how to use, where to use, or how much it has to be used. So it is our responsibility, and only we are here to make the our surrounding and ourselves safe. Our behavior will be the key role, playing key role. So please maintain your behavior in a safe manner, not only at a particular location. Always maintain the safe behavior. So before closing and next step, I would like to share us some incident. Once a lady go to Mahatma Buddha with her son, about 8 to 10 years aged. She told that my son is my son is consuming jaggeries too much quantity, and due to which his health is very poor, and ultimately it will be severe. So Mahatma Buddha discussed with his son and that lady, and asked that you will be coming after 15 or 20 days. And after about 1 month, lady reached the again reached to Mahatma Buddha and told that, Mahatma ji, please guide my son so that he can leave the uses of consuming the jaggery. So Mahatma Buddha just asked, told that boy, my son, please stop this, and called that you can go. The lady was very annoyed that Mahatma ji, whenever only you asked, only you told only one sentence, and for that you called me after 1 month from, and I have come here from long distance. Why not you share these instructions on that day? Then Mahatma Buddha said that on that time on that time I was also consuming jaggery. So before preaching or before giving instructions to anybody, I would like to left the uses of consumption of that jaggery. Otherwise, I will not be satisfied myself that I am preaching someone for leaving that bad habit, and I am using that. I am also following the guidance. So, moral of the story is that we have to change first ourselves. We are not able to change the country, our surrounding, our society. We have to change ourselves. Once we change our qualities, our behavior, our activities, we can control. Definitely it will be a very difficult task for us to change the entire working or entire practices. It will be very difficult, and it is not a task of day or two. It is a task of months and years, but we have to start somewhere. So please change your behavior, enjoy safe behavior, and conditions may or may not be favorable, but you have to follow the your principles. You can make your principles for life. So at every location you have to follow these principles of life. So with this, I am expecting that all of you may definitely follow the guidelines for a safer green Diwali and not a part of smog, and participate as much as possible and as much as you can to making the our country, our city, our surrounding a bilkul safer place to live. And as already told that you are a flag bearer and brand ambassador, people will definitely follow you. And once again, thank you very much. This is from my side. And now Pooja will take over for the quiz. Please be ready and all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for such an enlightening session. And we expect the same, that learning has been achieved. The motto of the session must have achieved. And to get this, let's have a quiz time right now, students. Please write in your chat box the correct option. And the person who will be giving the correct option will be on the basis of fastest response.
Uh,
I
I'm
request
doing
to please check who is the first one to answer and note the names of and the classes of the student. And afterwards, we will be taking the names and we will be forwarding the certificates and gifts to you.
ma'am, I have to share the link with them. So I'm doing that right now in the chat box.
You have already prepared the quiz.
Yes, it is already prepared.
I think, ma'am, it has been told that there will be a questionnaire from your end in the Google link, but quiz will
Oh,
be the separate one.
okay, okay. I
Yeah.
thought you were talking about that question.
Yeah, yeah. No, no. Quiz is something, it's only of 5 questions, and we will expecting the students to give the right answer on the spot.
Okay. Okay.
So, students, the first question is, enter electrical substation for taking toy or kite. A option, without permission, with permission of TPDDL. Time up. So the correct answer is B, with permission of TPDDL. Second question, ma'am, you will be announcing the winners right now or afterwards?
And you want the winners for this quiz that you are conducting?
Yes, ma'am. The fastest person to
Oh,
respond.
right. And that we can do later because right now checking on chat box will become difficult.
Okay, ma'am. The next question is, touching of pole, transformer, streetlight junction boxes, or any other electrical equipment installed on road or public place is to be done. A, yes. B is no. Very good responses, children. Stop. The correct option is B, no. Now the third question is, which of the following combinations best represents the situation leading to fire? You have to mark the combination of this. A is water, gas, heat and light. B is oxygen, carbon dioxide, heat and fuel. C is oxygen, heat, fuel and continuous chain reaction. Air, heat and fuel is the last option, D. My God, really very quick responses from your side. It's very difficult for judging who is the fastest one. C is the correct option. Oxygen, heat, fuel and a continuous reaction. Please stop. My God, Saksham Gupta has given so many responses on the spot. Okay, so the next question is, steps involved in using a fire extinguisher are as below. Aim the nozzle low, squeeze the handle, pull the pin, sweep. Correct sequence is ABCD, CABD, DCBA, CADB. Think before answering. Little tricky. Stop, students.
अपना तू ही अपने पास ही रख लो
stop so that we can share the answer. The correct option is B, CABD. Now the fifth question is, what is the first priority when treating with any casualty? A is provide first aid on bleeding, artificial respiration, B option. C is rush to the hospital, D is provide airway. Very quick responses. Stop. The correct option is D, provide airway. So thank you so much, students, for this wonderful response during the quiz time. Give me 1 minute. We have with us our HOG Customer Experience Management Group, Mrs. Kanika Asija, for the vote of thanks. Over to you, ma'am.
गुड आफ्टरनून एवरीवन थैंक यू दीपक सर, आपने बहुत सारा हमें सेफ्टी के ऊपर सेशन अच्छा सा दिया। अब क्योंकि ये हमारी पूरी की पूरी यंग जनरेशन जो है ये इन चीज़ों को बहुत ज़्यादा सीरियसली लेती भी है, डिजिटल भी बहुत हो चुकी है आज की डेट में। मतलब हम लोग भी अपने बच्चों से सीख रहे हैं, जबकि हम लोग पहले से लैपटॉप्स वगैरह यूज़ कर रहे थे। तो सभी बच्चों से रिक्वेस्ट है कि सभी सेफ्टी को ध्यान रखें। अभी फेस्टिव सीजन है, खूब एंजॉय करो, बट कोविड को ध्यान रखते हुए अपना उसी हिसाब से आप लोग एंजॉयमेंट को रखिएगा। ऐसा नहीं कि क्राउड में जा रहे हैं या पटाखे वटाखे सब जला रहे हैं तो नियर बाय इलेक्ट्रिकल, अभी आप लोगों को बहुत कुछ बता दिया गया, इलेक्ट्रिकल सेफ्टी भी कैसे इंश्योर करनी है। फेस्टिव हो या एक जनरल हो, आप अपने बिहेवियर में उस चीज़ को लेकर आइए और उस चीज़ को और भी आगे भी बताइए। ये चीज़ें बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होती है जब आप अपने फ्रेंड से मिलते हैं, कुछ भी फैमिली गेट टुगेदर्स अगर होंगी तो उसमें भी आप लोग ये चीज़ें शेयर कर सकते हैं। तो आप सभी से रिक्वेस्ट है कि ये चीज़ें आप आगे बताइएगा, ठीक है। और क्विज हो गया पूजा? ओके, कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस टू द विनर्स। और हम लोग आगे भी ऐसे सेशंस रखते रहेंगे। और आप लोगों की भी, अगर आप लोगों से भी हमारी तरफ ये चीज़ आए कि आप लोगों की कोई डिमांड है विद रिस्पेक्ट टू लाइक कि हम किस चीज़ की अवेयरनेस सेशंस रखें। जैसे हम लोगों ने अभी 2 बार जो करा है, एक बार काइट फ्लाइंग के ऊपर किया था अगस्त में, और अभी हमने फेस्टिव सीजन को रखते हुए, ध्यान रखते हुए वो करा है, शेयर किया है। तो आप सभी हमें सजेशन भी दे सकते हैं कि हम और कौन कौन से सेशंस आप लोगों के लिए कंटिन्यू करें, ठीक है। सो थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर ज्वाइनिंग और एंजॉय द फेस्टिव सीजन। टेक केयर, कोविड से दूर रहना है सबको, ठीक है। चलो, थैंक यू।
Thank you.
Ma'am,
Thank
who
you,
is
ma'am.
the winner?
Ma'am, and who are the winners?
I think because since the response was very fast, let us see the chat box first and we will let you know the winners. And please fill the Google form which ma'am has shared with you. The winners' names will be definitely announced through the school administration. Thank you for your participation. Thanks from our side.